Falcon fans, and of course, Big Lo Kountry Sports.
Big Lo!
What
You already
world
know what
about?
it is. You
Look, I
already
was
know what
vibing
it
to
is.
that music back there, man. I was getting ready to start freestyling. I was finna jump on it, bro. What's going
Hey,
on?
it's going down in the major way. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. Your boy Jack Spade here, checking in. T Will from my ATL Sports. One time for the fan. Big Lo Country Sports in the building, talking Falcons football with us. Apple Podcast. Oh, I'm sorry. What the fuck? Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast. And we everywhere, man. Big Lo Country, how is everything going, sir?
Man, let me tell you something, Bo. I'm feeling great, feeling good, feeling lovely. I'm kind of sore. Um, we went out there on the golf course, and it's one of them situations where that's my first time playing in an elevated environment. I mean, elevated, the hills of Kennesaw/Marietta, and walking up and down those hills got the old dog got the old dog kind of sore. But look here, man, we back in full effect. Grandma Country said, make sure you soak in that Epsom salt and
I hear that.
Theragun, and shoot, I'm good to go now, man.
Hey, it's going down in a major way. Good to hear from you, Big Lo Country Sports. T Will.
Yes, sir.
Sports. How's everything going with you, sir? Is this your 15th show of the day? Is this how we're running it off for the night? How's everything going, sir? And you're
Oh,
broadcasting
man,
from home,
everything.
HQ, not Hooters. By the way, Falcon fans.
Not Hooters.
Like
Not Hooters.
T Will.
Oh, it hurts my heart that Hooters is going away.
Well, hold on.
I'm sorry, Peaches. I'm
Hold on
sorry.
now. We can break the ice with some little bit of breaking news here. The owner apparently of Hooters down there in Florida said that, or one of the restaurants in Florida said that's only some of the restaurants in Atlanta. Going away. So not all the Hooter chains will be out of business. So Terry, you still get a chance to go speak to Peaches. And who's the other one? He said Alizé. Is that the other one now?
No, you ain't saying T Will on that Thug Passion. Y'all know that by that Thug Passion. I heard it's the and you got it going on. Y'all know that by that. You don't know that by that, Jack.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe
singing
button.
early.
Country Sports is here talking Falcons football with us. It's gonna be a great show here, Falcon fans. But I promise you, we'll definitely get up out of here within the hour. Big Lo Country Sports for the Falcon fans who do not know who you are. Just let them know a little bit about yourself. Where can we find you on social media and represent for those Atlanta Falcons?
For the show, man. Everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Lo Kountry. I'm just old country boy, former football coach. I love to sit around and talk about sports. Y'all can find us at Big Lo Kountry Sports on YouTube, at Big Lo Kountry on Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much anywhere you can think of. Smoke signals, paper footballs, those little letters that your girlfriend used to fold up.
Wow.
You can find me everywhere. At Big Lo Kountry.
Man, everybody here knows you, Big Lo. As a matter of fact, everybody related to everybody in this chat knows you.
I wish.
Whatever. I'm the unknown one of the bunch. They know you and Jack.
T Will. Everybody know you, T Will.
Everybody doesn't know me and Country no more. Everybody knows T Will, man.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows T Will. Now, come on.
Whatever. I can't go into Target and they be like, that's T Will. But I damn for sure know that if Jack and Big Lo go into Walmart anywhere, it's gonna be a minute. Is that
man? Whatever.
Is that Jack Spade?
Oh
my gosh!
Man.
What?
Terry,
together?
Speaking of,
Can I don't get interrupted at Waffle House, man. Trying to eat my food and pee. Nobody come up to me.
The times that me and Terry hung out together, it's just like Terry turned to me and said, "Jack, you just know everybody, man."
He does, man.
He
it's
really
like, man,
does.
He
I'm just cool with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It doesn't matter where they're from or how they grew up, man. I just knew a lot of people just growing up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still cool with them now.
Look.
And even the people I meet today, you know what I'm saying? Even on the golf course yesterday, Country. I was telling you the story about the golfers behind us who was getting mad when we went around to the back nine of the 10th hole, and they got kind of upset because we cut in front of them. By the end of the golf outing with me and Malcolm and some, of course, yourself, Country, this group asked us to play with them coming up next time. So we got their information, and of course, that can open up a whole new world of networking and
that's what it's about.
Anything, especially
that stuff happens to y'all. It doesn't. I never felt more like Turtle on Entourage than when I was with Jack at the. Hey Jack, hey, how's it going? Hey, move out the way, too, bro. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, okay.
It's funny too, Country yesterday was with Malcolm, and Malcolm turned and said, "So who's Jack Spade?"
Right.
It was like, who's Jack Spade? He's like, hearing Jack Spade. Who's Jack? I was like, I'm Jack Spade.
Man, look, I remember we went to play at College Park one time, and we showed up late for the tea time, and I was waiting, and then I was like, "Hey, sir, I'm so sorry that we're running late." The guy that was behind us, but then Jack came up. And then he was like, "Oh man, you Jack Spade?"
No.
Oh man,
the story around. He mentioned your name. He said, "Ain't you Big Lo Kountry?" I'm sitting on the golf cart like, "Yeah, I'm just the driver."
I believe it.
Nah, he was like, "Oh man, you good, man, you good."
Hey, none of those stories have ever happened to me, right? None of them.
Me, Terry, you, Country. We still don't have a bigger following than this young lady right here, Miss Carrie.
Miss Carrie, baby, what's going on, Miss Carrie?
Stop it.
Big
what's
shout
going
out to
on, y'all?
What's up, Carrie?
Carrie, what's up?
I brought the croissants.
The croissants. That's what I'm talking about.
What's going
the
on?
croissant.
What's going on?
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button for Miss Carrie in the building. Carrie, how is everything going? We're getting ready to talk some Falcons football here shortly. So I just want to introduce you to the chat. Everybody here is ready to talk some Falcons football. Carrie, let everybody know your social media, where they can find you, and how much of a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan you are.
Listen, everything is going great over here because Manchester City got a W today. We beat Tottenham. So
Jennifer's gonna be upset.
Right. Sorry, Jennifer.
Behind I think it was Liverpool right now, though. I mean, it's pretty bad right now in the Premier League right now.
Yeah, I mean, can't stay on top forever, but we did do something no one else has done 4 in a row, champions 4 in a row, can't hate on it. But besides that fact, in regards to the Atlanta Falcons, we're also taking some W's today because our team ranked 3rd overall out of all teams in the league based off of the players. I don't know what do they actually call that? I'm sorry,
like
I don't have the exact
card of like the
name,
facilities and coaches. It's like the team report card.
Right. It's like with your employer, like once a year, twice a year, you do like an anonymous survey.
Review, kind of,
right, and you review like how's your boss doing? How do you like the work environment? Is it toxic? Is it awesome?
Yes.
Yeah. So the information came out today, and the Falcons ranked 3rd overall, which in 2024 we ranked 25th overall, which is pretty terrible, and now we're at the top. So it's only up from here, baby.
There you go.
So let's go straight to that. We got some topics here to talk about today. Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Tag your Falcons friends. Tell your Falcons family. One Time for the Fan is live. Talking Falcons football with Big Lo Kountry Sports here. Big shout out to Bro Talk. Big shout out to Berto. Big shout out to the crew here. Put up a post right here. I'm going to go ahead and get this up for you all so you can see here. Last year's annual report card and then this year's report card, which the Falcons did improve on. And I believe Raheem Morris, he was voted, he was voted like 3rd best coach or something in the league or something like that? What is it?
He was voted 2nd, actually. He was number 2. Top 3, not 3.
All right, let's get to that. Hold on now. Let me bring this up here. All right, here we go. So this is last year. The report card for the Falcons. Treatment of the facilities was a C, ranked 13th in the league. Food and cafeteria was a C, 20th in the league. That is not Chef Matt, too, as well, by the way, for Falcon fans. That's whatever they have going on at the facility. Of course, the nutritionist and dietitian, there was an A-. There was 4th there. The locker room, they were F. Now, we do know about the locker room situation, Big Lo Kountry. They mentioned that last year when they had to go back and do some improvements to the locker room. And I guess the Falcons, did what they had to do because now, the grade has changed where they are an A+, which I'll pull that up here shortly. Training room is a B-. Country, you've played football too as well. You can tell us how important these things are to these players. Locker room, training staff was an A-, ranked 5th in the league. The weight room was a F in the NFL, 31st across the league. Strength coaches was an F-, 32nd in the league. Team travel was a C, 16th in the league. Head coach, C+, 30th. And ownership, A-, 9th. They had to pick these numbers up. Country, I'll go ahead and pull up this year's tab. Where you can see, man, A+, B, A-, A+. This is like Terry's report card right here, back when he was in high school. Get your thoughts on this, Country. The Falcons turn some things around. These are the things in the offseason that prepare you for when the season starts. You look good, you feel good, you play good, Big Lo Kountry. Give us your thoughts on this. Major improvements for the Falcons organization. This is away from football, right? They don't have the jerseys on and the pads on and the helmets on, but the facility, as you can see, is now an A. Locker rooms an A+, training rooms a B, training staff's an A-. Give us your thoughts on this, Country, man. You got to feel good about this, right?
Yeah, man. So, it's all about the tools that you're given, right? I mean, so imagine, T. Will was trying to keep up with the parking lot at the Walmart in Wesley Chapel, and he only had 3 screens instead of 5. Like, he wouldn't be able to do as good as a job because see the back side.
I saw him over there the other day. I was wondering why he's not there. Blew the whole He just kept looking at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, so it's one of those situations. I mean, the weight room, in my opinion, is huge. Weight room and training staff, because it's one of those cases where, especially a football player, you live mainly 3-4 times a week. But if it's not ergonomically, if it's not convenient for you, you're not going to want to do it, right? If everything's not there that you need, everything's not there that you want, you're not going to want to give that last 10% that you would normally give if everything was just right. So I feel like it kind of played out as far as the training staff and the weight room on the field, because I believe, and maybe I might have to go back and take a look at it, but I believe we had less injuries this year than we had last year, right? Or am I wrong?
It seemed like that on the field too as well. A lot of our starters were on the field for most of the season.
Yeah.
Less injuries that we admitted during the season.
Hey,
Just saying.
Hold on. You been a while, sir.
Where's the flag? Already, T. Will.
I'm just saying.
You also get a whistle too.
Oh, get a whistle!
Yeah, he's still in the Falcons uniform.
Wow.
Get the flag. Get the flag, Country. It's gonna matter. Get this fucking goddamn.
I mean, we just started.
Unsubscribe.
T-Will has no chill today.
No chill
today. What'd you say?
He's not holding back. He's not holding back tonight.
This is the last show for T-Will in his day. It's like this 15th show.
Wow.
See what he's doing.
Wow.
But yeah, Country, man, you definitely spoke the truth on that too as well. Coming to the weight room, going to, with these players. If I'm a player and I walk into a weight room that's like an F-, I don't have the right weights in there. I don't have the right coaches to lead the workout. It just looks bad, right? I mean, you've played the game, and you also have a family member who's also playing the game right now. You've been to a lot of colleges across the country.
Yes.
He can tell you from, his playing perspective. I mean, he wants to go to a school where the weight room is state of the art. Top of the line, right?
Bro, let me tell you something. So 3 years ago, we went to Georgia Tech. And, first of all of these schools are great schools. 3 years ago, we went to Georgia Tech when Shady was just a sophomore or maybe a freshman. Georgia Tech, they worked out with the rest of the student population. I mean, it was basically like LA Fitness. It was like Planet Fitness, except the machinery wasn't purple. You can tell the difference between that weight room, or if you go to Alabama's, or if you go to Georgia's, you go to Florida's, Tennessee's, Georgia, bro. First of all, and I'm finna kind of peel back the curtain. Georgia has these steps just to get to the weight room. First of all, it's like a huge liability, but Georgia has these steps. They're like 1.5 feet apart. So you literally have to hop up every step. And Kirby says the reason why they do that is to get your heart pumping before you even get to the weight room. what makes
that's a championship program.
That's a championship program, Bo. What makes it even worse? In all these big colleges, they all have cameras on all their racks. They have Smith machines everywhere. They got cameras on all their racks, and those cameras they measure you to see how fast you're lifting the weight. If you're lifting the weight too easy, that's telling the training staff they need to bump you up, because you got to stay within a certain speed for your muscles to grow. So,
they don't want nobody slacking off or cutting.
They don't want nobody slacking off or cutting.
Back in the day, you used to cut corners easy when coaches just turn around and couldn't finish yourself and couldn't finish your set.
That
all you
quick
hear is,
squat.
Huh.
Yes.
Everybody's running over there, but nobody's moving the weight.
Yes. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech is like I said, it was just it looked like a regular gym, mind you. This past year, and they said that, hey, we should have our training facility done by the time Sadie's is ready to come to college. What did Georgia Tech look like this year? They look like a completely different football team. Now, I don't know if they got that.
Off the field, on the field, coaching staff too as well. And that goes to even Colorado country, because, I mean, Colorado had that beautiful facility even before Deion got there, but they even upgraded once Deion got there. And that is bringing in some big recruits. So let's go to the Falcons when they have to host these college kids coming in for a couple workouts here and there and a couple interviews, or a free agent here and there. If you get a work hog, somebody who wants to be in the weight room all day, you need a facility that is state of the art, top of the line. And the Falcons made those improvements to, I guess, show the NFL and to show the organization and their athletes that, hey, you can come in here and work out and compete with the best of them. T. Will, your thoughts on the Falcons report card, the upgrade from last season? We believe they did a great job. You can see it on the report here. The experts who did the grading saw the improvements too as well. T. Will, give us your thoughts about that, and then we'll get to Bodie once he takes down this ladder.
Damn!
Window right now.
Wow! Wow! Taking shot again, Bodie. That was this
if you're
guy.
If you're listening, or watching the show on your phone, first of all, you're not supposed to, because you're still on the clock. You can't leave the ladder in the front yard. HOA's been driving around recently.
Poor Bodie, man.
Oh, Bodie. But boy, when you do see Bodie on this show again, man,
don't worry.
Man, I'm not sitting next to you. Put me over there where Carrie is when Bodie come in here. I'm just saying, I might get some of that residual get back, you know what I mean, just from being next to you. No, I've never seen an F-, man. Like, how bad do you have to be?
Last year was an
F-.
Strength coaches and weight room was an F and an F-.
F-.
Your strength coaches, F-.
Damn.
What was the interview like for that one right there? The process for that?
What were they outside smoking cigarettes while y'all was in the weight room? Yeah, I'll be in there in a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, like, how bad do you have to be to get an F-, man? Like, I don't know. Whatever. Look, obviously they improved.
Is that why Julio was working out with Derrick Henry?
I didn't even take that shot, sir. And yet T. Will got a penalty. I'm just saying, Kansas City Jack. You know what I mean? Let's be equitable with the penalties, okay?
I was been hanging with T.I. I'm about to invite Rashad Harris to this show soon.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I take shots, I get penalties. Jack out here snipering folks and nothing.
It's the offseason, man. You know, you got
that's okay.
All right. Got to do to get these views up.
Hey, man, I hear you. I hear you, bro. Look. That's why you got 1,000 subs and I don't. So it's all good, bro. It's all good,
man. You're about to get 1,000 subs probably by tomorrow morning. You keep doing these
shows. Yeah,
I'm telling you, hardest working man. James Brown of Atlanta Falcons content creator.
I want to hear about this Atlanta United podcast. We want to hear about everything, man.
Yes.
Especially after this weight room situation. But T. Will, you're a man of too many powerful words for this Falcons fan base that people do agree with. So please, your thoughts on this.
I'm excited, man. First off, like you say, Jack, you look good, feel good, play good, all that other stuff. If you're happy with your facilities, if you're happy with your coach, you're probably a lot more productive if you like the guy that's over you than if you don't. You know what I mean? I've had bosses that I hated and they couldn't ask me to do shit. Can you stay a minute over? No. No, I could not. ever in the history of my career here. If it's 5 years from now and it's snowing and there's nobody in the building but me, don't ask me, right? I've hated people that much. So when you work with somebody that you respect and you obviously feel has your back and there's a good rapport, it's a lot more productive, right? My boss that I actually work with, I love the dude. At any time he calls, hey, you need me? I got you. No problem. Because he respects me. He respects our team. And he's a good person, man. Good dude to work for. So I'm glad the Falcons look that way. Arthur Smith getting a C. You know, that to me tells me the locker room was kind of divided. You know what I mean? Like some guys was like, hey, I love him. And other guys was like, hey, man, F that guy. So I like the fact that the Falcons scored well, you know. I wonder if there was a question about timeouts. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, come on. Big Lo, we were all thinking it. I just said it. Big Lo, we were all thinking it. You know you were thinking it. You were thinking.
Let's ask Miss Carey. Miss Carey, you see the NFLPA report card here for the Atlanta Falcons. One of the biggest things that's important here, Carey, is you see the head coach from last year to this year. C+ for Arthur Smith last season. This year with Raheem Morris, even with the timeout situation, even with the quarterback situation, gets an A+. Carey, what is going on with that? How do you think they grade these reports here for Raheem Morris to get an A+? Because Raheem, let me tell you something. If it comes to like the interview or sitting down and talking to you, you can get the A+ right there. Because Raheem knows how to speak to the media. He knows how to speak to people. But are they factoring in him as a first-year head coach and the facility with everything here? How do you think they're grading this, Carey?
No, so my thing is C+ actually doesn't sound that bad, but it's actually terrible. C+ is 30th out of 32 head coaches in the league. So they did not rate Arthur Smith at all. I read last year's report. It said that players felt that they could not, that Arthur Smith was not willing to listen to the locker room. He got 30th out of 32 on that. And then only 67% of players felt that Arthur Smith was efficient with their time. So essentially, he doesn't listen to you and he wastes your time. So that's why he got basically bottom of the barrel worst grade you could get, honestly, because C is not good, honestly.
He wastes your time. Even though it doesn't listen to you, and he gets your tight end 2 to throw the ball to the tight end 4 back in the end zone.
Right.
God, wait a minute. So you said Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith ain't listen to posts?
Sheesh.
Sorry. Yeah, Arthur Smith did not listen to the players. Apparently, their input. Which. Sorry.
I bet you listened to Jack whenever Jack brought them.
Well, remember.
Oh wow!
I knew he was setting them up.
So
I knew
I didn't forget about that. I forget about that.
Don't know.
Oh wow!
It had anything to do with
touchdown low.
Getting beat up. There's a couple times I looked out for Arthur Smith, but
I bet he was listening to Jack. Yeah, like hey Jack, hey, you got those beignets for me? Got those beignets.
You guys probably remember the story on the sideline when I told Coach I had the play. And he ran over to me and said, "What's the play?" And I said, "Single back." And then he walked away.
He didn't listen to you.
What's the series? I said, I don't fucking know. He said, "What's the series?" It's single back.
He probably said, "You got any more beignets?"
he probably looked over there at Jack and said, "Hey, beignet boy."
Oh wow!
Come on,
beignet boy. That's cold.
Gotta call it. I was in the area. I did deliver the beignets, but it's not.
Oh wow!
Hey, beignet boy.
Beignet boy.
Wow, not the beignet boy.
Shit, that's tough.
Beignet boy, well done, steak looking boy.
Alligators are on the
What you say, Carey?
Beignet. I said beignet boy. Well done, steak looking boy.
God.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Just peels off in her yacht. Set the coordinates. The 26, 9, 35.
Oh shit!
DA Hunter's in the chat. Ghost Pepper's in the chat. Eric Parker's in the chat.
Oh,
we do have a lot.
Loud Mike looking boy. Okay.
You did not take it back to young Jock, Carrie. Well done. Holy shit.
Since we are talking Falcons football and
no, sir, you're going to give Carrie a wow. You are not going to do that.
I think she deserves a wow, Jack. She deserves a wow.
Give Carrie a wow.
She deserves a wow.
I'm sorry, I had to. No.
You are the weakest link looking boy.
Back in her room after the show, like that was a good one. We got him. He'll remember that before he tags me again. We got him this time. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Miss Carrie's here talking Falcons football and roasting me. Big Lo Kountry Sports is here talking Falcons football. Terry is here talking Falcons football. DA Hunter's in the chat. Former Smooth C's in the chat. Eric Parker. You say Eric Parker wants to know. You trying to say the Falcons need big steps?
Hey, anything to make it change.
Whatever works. Shoot.
Hello.
Hey, let me tell you something,
looking
man.
Like they need looking like they need some big steps. Looking boy.
His championship type of methods. Maybe the Falcons. Oh Lord.
Oh shit.
It's going down. In a major way. Kirby with his championship methods, maybe the Falcons could look at, a couple of things the Dogs do. The Dogs are right down the street. You know what I'm saying? Not like they have a bad championship, a bad program over there in Athens. Right? I mean, Kirby Smart's been to the Benz a few times. I'm sure Raheem's seen him coach, right? And hopefully
Carrie's trying to ask you something, Jack.
What's up?
I'm just trying to say that they have to at least look at some Georgia players first. I mean, shoot, they're not looking at the equipment. They're not looking at the players. They need to do something.
Well,
but the good news is, though, did you guys see the report that the Falcons are only interviewing defensive players at the combine? Is it 45 interviews?
So
I'm loving
this
that.
is what I wanted to speak about tonight, Carrie. You can go ahead and start this off, and then we'll get to Country. Falcons are not sending their offensive assistant coaches to the combine.
Wow. Okay.
Country, Carrie, T. Will. Let's get to this. Falcon fans in the chat. I'll bring up the comments too as well. Let's talk about this. The report is from D-Led. Falcons are not sending their offensive assistant coaches to the combine. I'm guessing, Country, Carrie, that offense might not be in the picture with these 4 or 5 picks this draft. I already said it. First night should not be an offensive pick. But I was
going to say, Jack, does that mean that draft night when we do our draft show, does that mean we're not going to be shocked with our 15th overall pick? We're not going to be shocked like the last 2 years. It's going to be.
We're going to be shocked. Okay. I think you're going to be good. Whatever name you have in your basket should be selected this year. I mean, last year we were right there. We've had Penix on our board, but we had Penix damn near close to the damn near to the end of the board. Like we didn't have him on there like that, where it was versus Carter or some of the other guys. But Falcons at 15. Country, Carrie, T. Will. Report is Falcons will not be sending their offensive assistant coaches to the combine. It has to be a defensive player. What's your thoughts on that, y'all?
That tells me they're probably going to re-sign. Our center.
Drew Dalman.
Yeah, they're probably going to sign Drew Dalman, or they feel like the replacement that they have in camp is ready to go. If you're not. Yeah, if you're not interviewing anybody offensively, then you either feel like you have your replacement, you're going to sign your replacement, or you're going to re-sign Drew Dalman. That's what that tells me. I'm not going to say what the Falcons will not do. Carrie and I learned our lesson last year, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
The funny thing is, that's the biggest thing the Falcons have to do this offseason is re-sign Drew Dalman. Re-signing. I mean, restructuring, of course, you want to talk to Grady Jarrett, a couple more players, but you have to re-sign Drew. If not, you let him walk. Like you said, the guy's probably in-house, or they have a center that they have in mind. But the draft night, Falcon fans, Terry, Carrie, Country, fans can get what they want. They've been looking at they've been looking at defensive players. I think around mid-season last year, around close to the bye week. Now you're at the end of the season. Combine's now getting underway. Players are speaking to the media. Kerry shared earlier in the chat. A lot of players mentioned that they want to play for the Atlanta Falcons, and every player that you shared, they were all defensive players, linebackers, defensive tackles, defensive ends. And that's actually good to see because there's going to be some defensive players that's going to fit this team and help us get better. Country, just your thoughts, man. No assistant offensive coaches will be heading to Indy. Your thoughts, Country?
Look, I mean, I definitely think that's a good sign. I mean, you think about it. The last 3 years, Terry's been focusing on the offensive side of the ball. And you know, it's one of those situations where moving forward, they now everything is set. The only issue, just like I mentioned, you know, you might have an issue with your center. And I seen Rondell Moore practicing, you know, in Flowery Branch earlier today. So it sounds like they might consider bringing him back for a prove-it deal. Because I was kind of worried about that wide receiver depth. But I mean, if you keep Cordero Hodge, you know,
I was getting ready to mention that.
Yeah, you know, who's a great friend of both Joes. You know, if you keep and you still have the Casey Washingtons of the world, you know, I believe it's going to be very productive for us for years to come. And I mean, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with Kyle Pitts. Man, I mean, offensively, I think we're good. The only thing, I was talking with Tyler Allgeier's uncle on Twitter, and you know, I was like, "Hey, man, what's up with Tyler?" He was like, "Man, I mean, you know, he's in Japan right now, but
with Bijan,
you know,
with Bijan, right?
With Bijan, yeah." He was like, "Hey, man, like they need to give him the ball." I was like, "Man, that's the last thing I want to hear." So, I mean, I don't know if it's a situation where you're going to be looking at, you know, Jace McClellan as the number 2 guy, or, you know, I know that there's a lot of running backs out there that I would consider getting, but I'm thinking that the Falcons are literally saying, hey, I'm not even going to give ourselves a chance to get enamored with a guy because we know what we need to fix.
Yeah. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Country, your thoughts on Raheem Morris? Now you're hearing the offense, no offensive assistant coaches heading to Indy. Raheem Morris at the end of the season was on the sideline at the Penn State game, the national championship, I believe, with James Franklin.
It was the playoffs.
Was it the college football playoffs? Was it the game before the Natty? I believe it was the
game they lost.
Yeah,
semis. Yeah, it was the semis. Yeah,
yeah. Raheem, he was losing games. He wasn't even coaching. But yeah, go ahead.
He was harder.
Oh, wow. No, literally.
Wow. Lo just does not miss. I'm telling you, he doesn't miss, man. Sniper.
Country, your thoughts. Falcons picking at 15. We need a defensive stud here in the building. Abdul Carter from Penn State was over there on that sideline.
He's gonna be gone, Bo. He's gonna be gone,
Jack.
He's gonna
be gone because I'm hearing a lot of reports that, you know, players are moving up the ladder, players are moving down the ladder. This thing with Mike Green, I mean, they asked him the question today too as well. We're not going to talk about that here on the show, but you know, there was a situation where I guess somebody's trying to, you know, throw him under the bus right now. Who knows what's going on? I'm not going to say anything about it, but they asked him the question at the combine. He answered it, you know, just like how anybody else would answer it in that situation. But it does hurt your draft stock some way. People look at it like, is this true? Is it accurate? We don't know. But Abdul Carter, you're saying that it's possible he could be off the board. They said there was another guy. I think it was it Mike Jenkins too as well, who's moving up the board now.
Mike Jenkins moving up the board. Abdul Carter.
Carter's gone at 15.
It's
we'd have
just
to move
like
up,
that,
right?
Yeah, we have to move up to get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that NSYNC
Abdul
song.
Carter before 15. You think both of them probably might be off the board, or you picking one or the other?
It's gonna be like that NSYNC song in the early 2000s. He's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone, Jack. Like he ain't gonna be there.
What?
He ain't gonna be there.
What?
Look, I'll be honest with you. NSYNC. Girl, you go. Baby girl.
I think that was a solo by Timberlake. I think that was just.
That was just. No, it was all of them. It was all of them.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a no strings attached joint. Yeah, it was all of them. Yeah, you see, I had to do no strings.
It's going down in a major way when they.
I love the way he did it, man. Hey, you got that falsetto working, bro. You got it.
Can I? Excuse me. Can I just real quick say shout out to the Dixon Way? We got a Dixon Way raid in the chat.
You got a raid coming in. You got a raid coming
in a major way. Look, let me go ahead and get to this chat. Let me catch up with the chat, man. Do some housekeeping, as Terry said. Let's see here. But yeah, Country, Mike Green, Abdul Carter. Just your thoughts on that. If it's a defensive guy at 15, and of course the free agency will be, definitely be open before you start hitting up the drafts. You get a chance to see what's going on there. But if it's a defensive stud at 15, we'd have to move up to get Mike Green or Abdul Carter, you think, as well? Or
I think Mike Green's
not going to slide to us, huh?
I think Mike Green's going to fall, but I don't think he's going to make it past that Falcons filter, honestly.
Right.
All the mock drafts with him falling to 20 and 21, that's just mocking.
Yeah.
I have to ask you guys, what pick do the Eagles have? Because it just feels like he's an Eagle.
Shit. We also didn't have a Georgia Bulldog logo on his helmet coming from college. Maybe that guy might be an Eagle. Young man, Michael Walker from Georgia, outside linebacker. That could be a guy that they can be looking for, the Eagles. Another Georgia player.
I know he won't be a Falcon. I know that. I can tell you that. I mean, bro, I'm gonna gloss over it. If you didn't draft a guy because he left the accident that he didn't cause, you're not touching this.
You ain't touching it.
We already know how the Falcons work.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
It was kind of disappointing today to see that report come out on Mike Green. It's like, oh my god, this is
right.
This right.
You can't even have a speeding ticket. You can't even have a speeding ticket.
As
honestly,
as you walk into the room and put his name on the board and circle it in front of the whole organization, they're like, "Did you see the report that came in?"
Right.
But then again, that's what Bodie was talking about, though. Right? Those guys that you take a chance on, right?
Right.
But you can't.
But we don't do that.
You can't. What? Right? No. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Let me hold on. Let me be the voice of reason, guys. We're not talking about a speeding ticket, okay? And let's be real. We are in the age of corporate sponsorship, corporate suites, and a lot of these CEOs are women. Bro, we're not talking about a speeding ticket, okay? I get why the Falcons would not want to touch this, because I'm sorry, Ricky, you got some explaining to do as to why you drafted this player, okay? You got some explaining to do, okay?
He will, though. Even if it was a speeding ticket, we still wouldn't touch him, to be honest.
You're right.
You got to be like, you have to be in like Sunday school, and you got to be like straight A's. Honestly, you have to have nothing on your record. Honestly, I truly believe that. They're not going to touch anybody with anything questionable at all, even if you're proven innocent.
You're doing choir boy right now. You should have hit it.
Right.
Choir boy.
I'm thinking of the song. That's why. I'm thinking of the perfect song.
Nah. Look. I'm just sitting here listening to y'all, and it's true. But what makes me so frustrated is that whenever we do take a chance on a guy, right? It's not the right guy. You'll hold off and you'll be like, nah, we don't want him. One of his toenails longer than the other. No. We don't want him. He didn't hold the door open for the lady at Target, even though the door is open automatically. Yeah, like what? But whenever you do take your shot, the guy that you get, man, get to the quarterback. I promised my grandma I was going to get this quarterback. I'm going to cut my hair if I don't get 10
sacks. Years in the NFL, perfect career, no problems, 10 Super Bowl rings.
Oh, wow.
Falcons didn't take a shot on him because he cheated on his math test back in 11th grade.
Damn.
So, yeah. It is what it is, But then again, the Falcons, we do hope they come away with the perfect player at 15. It's just great to see all these, media reports and everything from Coach and, of course, Terry speaking to the media. Country, Kerry, I got to get Kerry's thoughts on this too as well. So, matter of fact, let's go to Kerry. Terry Fontenot mentioning the plan is still to keep Kirk Cousins as the backup. Like, he didn't even hear the conversation that Kirk had with, Good Morning Football a couple weeks ago. Kerry, your thoughts on Terry's going into this year where fans want him to do the right thing. You know, of course, the cap room, you got to fix that. You got to get the right draft. You got to, you know, think 4 or 5 picks. You got to restructure some guys, sign some guys in the free agency. And they want Terry to be on the right path so that way we can get on this, you know, that level of success with some of these other teams that keep reaching the playoffs year in and year out. But then you hear things like this today where it's like he's still trying to keep Kirk Cousins. Is he just trying to like keep the fan base just at ease right now until it's time to trade Kirk? Or does he really mean that, look, I really want Kirk here as the backup for Michael Penix? Because a lot of fans in Atlanta, they don't want to see Kirk run on that field for training camp in July. I'm sure, you know, those words are going to be yelled from the hill on Flowery Branch are not going to be positive for Kirk Cousins. But Carrie, your thoughts on what Terry Fontenot just mentioned about the plan is to keep Kirk Cousins as the backup?
Honestly, I feel like it's more of like a politics answer. It's what he has to say at this point. Because if some sliver, some really tiny chance, you know, organization that's known for doing dumb things and making dumb decisions like the Jets or the Giants or I don't know, maybe someone else, but somebody's dumb enough to actually trade Kirk Cousins when you can clear as day see that we're not on the same page as him. When we're saying we're comfortable with him as a backup, he's telling them, you know, national media that he in fact wants a new life in the NFL. It's clear as day we're not on the same page. So take my Falcons, you know, blinders off. If I was not a Falcons fan, I would not want my organization to trade anything for Kirk Cousins. I would say he's going to be cut and just wait for that to happen if you want to sign him. But I say all that to say it's a key point that Terry Fontenot did say that is our plan at this point. Mm-hmm. He didn't just say that is our plan. He said at this point. Mm-hmm. So for me, yeah, he's saying that because there's a slight chance that maybe somebody will trade for him. Mm-hmm. And also, even if they don't, in this moment, Kirk Cousins is an Atlanta Falcons player, like it or not. So, you know, as a professional, he's not going to sit there and bash him or say, yeah, we're looking to get rid of him. You know, like, I don't know, you're just not going to do that. You're not going to ruin the chance that you could possibly get something for him. I truly think that it's time to cut losses. I have it circled on my calendar, March 16, I think it is. We owe him $10 million roster bonus. So that's the last day we can cut him before we owe him that 10 mil. So for me, I think it's time to. He might not be a Falcon, but you know, for another few more
much
weeks.
Longer. So, right. Carrie, you just said you have that circled on your calendar. You want him gone that bad that it's circled on your calendar?
Carrie's vindictive. Like,
okay, listen.
You have the notification bell on your phone ready on March.
I literally do. I literally do.
$10 million, Kirk.
Okay, I'm not
set on your.
Okay. Listen, I'm not even a petty person like that, but I'm just done with this whole situation, honestly. Kirk Cousins in general, I mean, he's done more harm than good for the Atlanta Falcons, unfortunately. And I'm just ready for it to be over because, I mean, who can actually sit here and say you're going to keep a $40 million backup? I highly doubt it. And Kirk has already told the media that he wants a new life. He doesn't want to be a backup, clearly. So, at this point, no. Like, I'm ready for us to just start fresh and go get, you know, T. Will's favorite guy, Jameis Winston.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. And I was right there with you, Carrie. I was about to hit you with when a woman's fed up, but I didn't
get any confirmation that Kirk has still, like, he hasn't talked to the organization yet. Like, I remember he mentioned that, like, recently. Like, has he talked to Terry or Raheem, do you think? Or are they still just playing this out like, oh, we'll see you back in the spring when all the players get back in the building for workouts? Like, you can't do that. You can't just let Kirk slide for 2 months and then just let him walk back in and grab his playbook and go to the side. What? Nah, hey, bro, come on. We got to talk about this, bro. Come on over here. I mean,
at the end of the day, if Terry Fontenot was knee deep in water and told me his ankles were wet, I wouldn't believe him.
Dang. We don't trust him anymore.
I would not believe him. Just think back over the years. How many times has Terry lied to us?
Damn.
Think about this now. Like, Terry, my boy, whenever I see Terry, he dap me up. We joke and everything. But I mean, you know, Terry's basically that cousin. You know he lying. You kind of got to keep them where you keep them. Like, it's like if Terry said he bringing cups to the cookout, you'd be like, hey, I'd be like, hey, Coach Ron, get some cups because Terry be tripping.
Just keep
that's just who he is.
Hey man, I'm bringing cups to the cookout. I got him right here. Hey, I'm just saying.
Look, at the end of the day, look at all the times Terry said, hey, we're competing this year. We're gonna try to go get the best quarterback we can. We doing this and we doing that. I'm pretty sure. Think about this: how many years has Terry been in the league in the front office? At least 20, right?
Yeah.
Why would just this year he's saying, "Hey, I'm not going to the Senior Bowl because I got to get the cap situation straight." Terry's working on a move. He's trying to get Kirk Cousins out of there. For you to sit here and say, "Oh, I mean, right now the plan is to keep Kirk Cousins." Me myself, I would want to keep him because, like, in the words of my grandma, you don't run nothing. But at the end of the day, Terry's trying to work on moving them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I'm not gonna blame Terry F. Baby for getting his Alex Anthopoulos on. Sometimes the public is just not ready for the truth. Okay, you can't handle the truth, public.
So
okay, can't be like, look, he said this about my mama. I said this about his mama. We beefing right now. F him. I'm getting him the bleep up. Like, you can't do that. So you have to give the right now the plan is to keep him on the bench and support Michael Penix, go Falcons. You kind of have to. Like, what else could he say, Big Lo? What else could he say?
Ain't nothing he can say. He need to just be a man about it, like Tony Braxton said.
Big Lo Kountry Sports, man. Go subscribe. He keeps it real. He talks Falcons football 24/7. Let me tell you something here, Falcon fans. We talked about the Falcons grades that came out from the NFLPA, and of course, if the Falcons might go pick an offensive player or a defensive player in the draft, of course, the Falcons journalists reporting there will be no offensive assistant coaches going to Indy for the combine. But this is very important on something that we have to talk about here. Terry, you just mentioned it. Sometimes, fans don't want to hear the truth. They talked about Kyle Pitts too the other day in this media session that they had. Kyle could possibly be here, which some fans are like, no, get him out of here, trade him. You can get a good value for him. You need some picks, XYZ. Country, you heard the way they talked about Kyle, and it's kind of like the same way Kerry said, where he mentioned Kirk Cousins, like at this point. But I didn't get the Kirk Cousins type of feel when they said at this point, which means, oh, he's still with this team at this point, which means we're working on the trade. Versus the Kyle Pitts situation was like, no, he's going to be here in Atlanta. We want him here with Michael Penix. Michael Penix, I'm sorry. There was a situation where, he just wasn't used correctly, but we can get him going, or, he was doubled here. And, it's kind of like they just favored, Kyle, and it wasn't your fault for all the negative reviews that people put out on you. It wasn't your fault for the route running. It wasn't your fault for, the interception against the Giants. It's our fault. And to make it up for you, Kyle, we need to keep you here with Michael Penix. What did you get from that interview with Coach when they talked about Kyle? Because what I got from it was Kyle's here. So that offseason session that Michael Penix is talking about working out with his team and his teammates, it's possible that Kyle Pitts is going to be down there too as well.
The Atlanta Falcons, they need to realize whether or not Kyle Pitts is Luka Doncic or if he's Keith Van Horn. Keith Van, and y'all might not even get this reference because this was Van Horn 25 years ago. Yep. Was he incredible?
Not incredible.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah. I think he was a glue guy.
But whenever he first got drafted, they was like, oh my God, this guy is, man, he's the next one.
Yeah, he was top of the line when he came out. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I remember they had the clip whenever he jumped over like the little Volkswagen, and everybody was going crazy, like, oh my, this guy right here, he's gonna be running the league for the next 15 years. After a while, they realized that he wasn't going to be running the league. He was a glue guy. So I think, just like you mentioned, Jack, the Atlanta Falcons have to figure the same thing out. Like, is Kyle Pitts, is he a glue guy? Or is he legitimately the guy that we've been saying that he is for the last, 4 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Since Matt Ryan left. Because at the end of the day, we can't just keep saying, oh, it wasn't your fault. Oh, it wasn't your fault. And you still have the fans here. Bro, my season tickets, it just came out of my account today.
Sure did.
Like, so I don't want to keep.
Comes out Friday.
Bro, 2020, 2028, 2029, I want to be saying, man, Kyle Pitts, he's almost there. Like, they need to decide whether or not, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't his fault this time, y'all. Like, dang, y'all, he's like 30 years old. Like, come on.
2 years later?
Exactly. Shouts out to Tyler Russell in the chat, man. Shouts out to Tyler, Christine.
Hey, Tyler said Falcons want a I can't even say it. They want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. Damn, Tyler. Hey, you didn't miss, buddy. You did miss, Tyler. You did miss.
Big shout out Jeremy Billy. Dixon Way Ray coming through, man. Big shout out to Dixon Way too as well, man.
Yeah,
Keeps it real. Talking Falcons, talking Hawks, talking Braves. He's live too as well. Terry, you probably might catch the Dixon Way when it comes to shows, the way you out here doing these shows too as well, man.
I ain't catching him, bro. Nobody's catching him. That
dude's in this Falcons content creator space, man.
That dude's a Hall of Famer, man. I am not catching Dixon Way. Dixon Way is, if y'all don't know, Dixon Way is one of one, sir.
Yeah.
They broke the mold. There ain't gonna be another one. So
big shout out to the Dixon Way. But yeah, Country, man, just Kyle Pitts, Carrie. Glad that you can join us here for the Kyle Pitts segment too as well. You did say you had some
somehow I became the Kyle Pitts
defender. You had
some
positive things.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And you turned your camera on so you can talk about Kyle Pitts.
Yes, you did.
Perfect.
Go
ahead, Country. Start screen recording. We go ahead and clip this and send it out. Carrie, what did you have to say about what Raheem said with Kyle Pitts staying here in Atlanta and how they can use him to be productive in the future?
I mean, I'm not surprised because I was already telling people, that's been the chatter, trade Kyle Pitts. I already said on Twitter multiple times that Kyle Pitts is going to be a Falcon in 2025 unless we get at least a third for him, which I don't see happening. They're not. Terry Fontenot is in a make or break it year, right? He has no contract extension. You made history by drafting a tight end 4th overall. That's never been done before. You are not going to trade him away for a 5th or a 6th round pick in a year that you have no job, in the near future as of now.
You might go ahead and go with that trade too as well.
Right. So that just looks terrible on you. Like, you drafted this guy 4th overall, made history, and then you're going to get a 5th or 6th in return 4 years later. I mean, that just looks terrible. So I really suspect and believe that Terry is going to, like, Country said, he's going to be 30 years old and we're still hoping that maybe we'll get something out of him. No, he's only, like 25?
Still apologizing for the season before. He's 37 years old in the league. Like, look, if we get the right OC, he'll be a problem.
They just changed uniforms, feel good, play good. This might be it, right?
Literally. I mean, Dad said that himself.
Talk about the equipment. Tell him what type of face mask he's wearing, Dad. Like, if he changes to the F27 visor, like,
Man, he just reopened Hooters. He like Hooters, so they might.
Shit. All right. Come on, Peaches. Get him right. Get him right, Peaches. Let's go.
The Hooters. Will Hooters still be open if Kyle Pitts is 37?
No, they just filed bankruptcy, unfortunately, for T. Will.
Damn.
The crushing blow of reality.
In Atlanta, they filed bankruptcy. So apparently the Florida Hooters, North Carolina Hooters will still be open, apparently. I don't know how many Hooters are shutting down. But
that's an opportunity for you, T. Will. Just open up a knockoff.
Yeah.
H-U-T. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Wow.
They have the owl. We have the Redbird J.
Oh, wow. I was going to say.
They have the Golden Ark. We have the Golden
Oh, wow.
I was going to say they already have the knockoff Hooters.
Oh, what's that? What's that, Carrie?
It's called Wing House. Do they have Wing House in Georgia or no? It's a Florida thing.
Yeah, that's a Rick Ross thing, right? Wing House.
You talking about Wing Stop? You talking
No,
about
he's talking about Wing Stop. I'm talking about Wing House. It's literally a knockoff Hooters.
I've heard of
It's
Wing
a
House.
Wing Stop.
I'm gonna look them up now. I
See
don't
if they're
know.
in Georgia. I don't know if they're in Georgia, but they're
see.
everywhere here. It's like a knockoff Hooters.
They had like a knockoff Hooters kind of spot called a Tilted Kilt.
Oh, they have that too.
Yeah, they did have. Yeah,
T. Will got excited by that, but T. Will like, yeah, boy. Oh yeah. Boy, Tilted Kilt.
Somebody. Josh replied that we got Wing House in Athens. Best wings I've ever had.
Yeah, I see it.
Wing House down there by nearby University of Georgia. I think it's on nearby College Avenue, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man, that's funny.
You guys gotta try it. Their wings are good, better than Hooters in my opinion.
Big shot. I've never been to Hooters and tried their wings. Honestly, I don't even know the last time I think I went to.
You got the buffalo shrimp. Their buffalo shrimp is better than their wings. I love their buffalo shrimp.
Sheesh! I know there's one downtown. Where is it? Right over there by right around the corner from Magic City, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, sir.
Get him in trouble.
Yes, sir.
Work double shifts, walk from Magic City over to Hooters.
That's what you know what? Now see, Big Lo, you get it,
we'll
right?
Get back on Falcons football. Sorry,
you get it, because when I dropped that with the beer gang and Carrie was there for the show, they were all like, "Yeah, you get it. That's reasonable, right?" That's all I was saying. Thank you, Carrie.
I'm with Eric. Hooters wings are trash. They are.
Yeah,
they're trash. They're overrated. We already know why you want to go to Hooters, honestly. It's for the buffalo shrimp. At least go for the buffalo shrimp.
It is for the buffalo shrimp. You're absolutely. Kim, if you're listening, it's for the buffalo shrimp. That's right.
That's right. I don't know what we can say on the show, but I'm just saying the Hooters are not hootering anymore. That's all I gotta say.
Hit that like, share, and
I think I can say that because I'm a female, but
Jack, we need like a highlight of our shows, right? Like, I'm sorry, but Tyler, that was a money shot, right? Big Lo had a money shot earlier, and Carrie just dropped the gym. So, like, I don't know, maybe like after our shows come out, like a couple of days later, we need a highlight. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Let's do it.
Like a highlight. So I think that'd be
highlight
cool.
reel.
Let's do it.
Yeah, like a highlight of like the best clip. You know what I mean? The best lines. You know, we definitely need a highlight from that show where Eric roasted you. That shit was hilarious.
No, that show's been deleted. That show's been deleted. I never heard about it.
That was probably our best show ever.
What are you talking about?
Your mic, that was the best show ever, honestly.
Yeah, that's in the past, Carrie. We don't want to talk about the past, now, do we?
Jack, have you gone back and listened? No, have you gone back and listened to that? Your mic was off the chain.
Your mic. You listen to these shows twice?
Eric was on one that day.
Next subject.
Eric said Jack's mic was so loud he could speak it into existence.
All right. No bonus checks for you guys. Oh, shit. This is great talking Falcons football with not only Big Chat, Eric Parker, Tyler Russell, April Thomas, Ron Thomas in the chat. 82.
Ron said no,
Carlo
Terry.
Here in the chat. The Hawks are on too as well. I'm late watching the Hawks now. 82-79. Josh Gillum's in the chat too as well. Ray Fiddy is in the chat. Jamal Hill, Jeff Wolf, Jeremy Billy's going down the way, the Dixon Way Ray too as well. Birdcage LLC. Ryan, man, doing a good job over there with the Birdcage, man. Continue going with your podcast, man. Y'all doing a great job over there. Big shout out to Birdcage.
Ryan.
The whole crew over there at Birdcage.
What up, Ryan?
To you all. Let's see here. Dr. Dixon's in the chat too as well. The Blues physician, Dixon. Corey Chapman was in the chat. Breeze 1500 is in the chat. Doug 8570 too as well. A1 Forever is in the chat. Big shout out to Chris.
A1.
It's always a beautiful thing to talk Falcons football with everybody. DA Hunter's in the chat too as well.
DA, what it do?
Don't even worry about the mic situation. Everybody that's in here laughing and all that type of stuff. Yeah, that stuff won't happen again no more.
They remember that episode.
Jackson, that show's been deleted. Oh my god,
canceled.
Oh my god,
I'm never forget. I heard like a mouse pissing on cotton in the closet.
That's tough.
That mic was loud, boy. I was like, good grief. I'm gonna tell that mouse to stop pissing.
That's tough. Yeah, I got it.
He never misses.
That's a good one. We're gonna laugh it up together. Nah, y'all got me. Y'all got me that day. Let me tell you something. It wasn't even me though. I don't know if it was StreamYard. I don't know if it was the mic. I don't know.
Blame StreamYard. Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling y'all the truth.
Jack played the voice of God for that show. Boy, hello, my people.
I thought it was loud, Jack.
They got me that day. That got me. Big Lo Kountry Sports, Carrie T. Will, talking Falcons football here with us. Next show, Friday morning, breakfast with one time for the fan. T. Will, we're back talking Falcons football. Never know what can happen in the Falcons organization between now and then.
Dude, this is why I have to keep my camera off. Oh man,
Carrie's over there dying laughing. T. Will's having a good one. Maybe it might happen again live on the show, and if it does, I'll stop the show mid-show. I promise you. I would not go through the whole show with that.
Don't be like that, Jack, man. Don't be like that. Everybody has a good time, man. That was a memory, Jack.
He sounded like you were coming to America. Eric Parker in the chat. The mic actually came to life to start his own show.
Oh shit!
Falcons fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Wow. Big Lo Kountry Sports, man. This is great talking Falcons football with you. Quick show today, just to find out your thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons, man. Of course, with the upcoming draft and the recent comments of Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot to the media. Big Lo Kountry, what's your schedule looking like for your shows and everything you got going on? Because I know Falcon fans, they're always excited to hear you talk Falcons. You go live whenever you want, man. So for Falcon fans that do know Big Lo Kountry Sports, man, as soon as you hit that notification bell and you subscribe, and you see Country go live, jump in that chat, man. Throw your comments in there because Country talks Falcons football with the best of them. So Country, tell us a little bit about Big Lo Kountry Sports, your movement, what you got going on and coming up.
Yeah, man. So y'all feel free to come over and chill out with us. But the only problem, Jack, is that you got it wrong. So it's not my show; it's the coaching staff show.
It's the
coaching staff runs the show. Everybody who subscribes, you're a part of the coaching staff, and bro, we get together. We have a great time. It's an inclusive show. We want to hear the opinions of everybody. We respect everybody's opinion. And I seriously believe that if the more opinions that you get and the more knowledge that you receive from other people, you'll get a chance to learn something. It's always good to expose yourself to something that you've never been exposed to before. So y'all feel free to come over and chill out with us. A few people in the chat, they chill out with us all the time. Jamel, I seen Eric in there a few times, D.A. Hunter, Tyler Russell, Tyler and Coach Christine, they're in there all the time. We always have a great time, man. April Thomas, who is actually Ron Thomas.
Ronnie Thomas.
And they're chilling out. So yeah, I mean, y'all definitely come and chill out with us. I told Jack I'm going to be dropping one probably within the next week. I got a feeling it's going to be the most critically acclaimed video that I dropped. Is it either people are going to really like it or they're going to really hate it?
Shit!
I mean, when I recorded the video at the golf course yesterday, is that part of it? Do I get put on the credits or do I get a?
Oh wow!
How does this work here?
I mean, I throw you something. I throw you a couple Hooters wings or something.
Wow! Sheesh!
Figure something.
It's going down in a major way, Falcon fans. Big Lo Kountry Sports, you see right here on the screen. Falcons, Country. Real quick, basketball. You're a Hawks guy?
Yeah, man.
Your thoughts about the Hawks, man? Because we hear you talk Falcons all the time. Quickly, man, just your thoughts about the Atlanta Hawks, man. It's the second half of the season. There's probably some basketball fans in here that want to hear some positive words about Trae Young and this team. I think they're still leading against Miami right now. Just your thoughts about the Hawks quickly.
Man, losing Jalen Johnson, that was definitely a huge hit. But I think a lot of people, Quinn Snyder, he's one of the better coaches in the league. Sometimes his rotations are, kind of wonky. But I don't know. Have y'all heard that they said we got the second best odds to get Joel Embiid next year?
Do we want Joel Embiid?
That's the question.
Watching where basketball's going, like the way Joel Embiid's playing, I don't know, man. Like
he can't stay healthy.
He could barely even walk up and down the court.
Yeah.
he's probably going to need surgery at the end of the season. And for Sixers fans, I don't have to deal with the Kirk Cousins problems on the basketball court.
Exactly.
I'm already dealing with it on the football field.
Yeah.
But then again, there's a couple moves I think the Hawks could have made that could have strengthened their team outside of the initial trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, Country, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, we're members. We're Hawks members. We be up in there in the social club, chilling out. So I'm gonna tell you something. If y'all never went to a Hawks game before, it is a great experience.
It's lit.
It is a great experience, man. So, but yeah, man, I love me some Hawks, bro. I feel like soon we'll be able to put something special together. Once Jalen Johnson comes back, Dyson Daniels, I feel like he was a pleasant surprise. I'm sitting here like DeJounte who, and I mean, moving forward, Trae Young, I feel like he's starting to hit his next level of maturity, and he's just going to get better and better and better. So I feel like things are looking up for our Hawks, man.
That's good. That's good to hear. And Country, we got to ask you, man, draft is coming up. So we're going to have our draft show. We've been doing it for the past couple of years here, man. Are you good for a couple minutes on draft night to join us? Ricondo, a real Atlanta Falcons fan, he's already confirmed. So we got Ricondo who's going to be joining us. Of course, Bodie, Terry, Carrie, myself. Country, can we just get you in here just for a few minutes? I think you might be, at the bands. You might be at the draft. You might be getting drafted. Apparently, I saw your profile on NFL Network. What's going on over there? Country, you want to let us know?
Yeah. So Michael Penix hit me up, asked me to come down and work out with him in Florida. I can't really go into details in regards to that because Coach Roney is my agent. But but yeah, look, I could come on the show only under one condition, Jack.
What it is, brother?
I mean, you got to finish painting my living room.
Damn! Wow!
I just can't come on without a fresh coat.
Damn!
It gotta be 3 coats. Like
his 3-point percentage is 100%, bro. He just bam from
way downtown, as Terry would say.
Shit.
Hey man, it's great to have Big Lo Kountry here talking Falcons football.
Yes,
because he can talk Falcons football, not as good as his golf game. But he's pretty good at it. I can tell you that.
Jack was hitting at the wrong holes yesterday, y'all. Just want to let y'all know.
Hey, yo. Let me tell you something about that course, man.
Family show, sir.
Let me tell you something about that course.
Wow.
Let me tell you something about that course now. Big shout to Marietta. That's a beautiful course, by the way.
Yes.
I'm sure it's a lot of professional golfers have played on that course. I can look at that course and tell you that they've had some, some very important people who's played on that same hole that I hit the ball towards the the ninth. Was it the 7th hole? I hit it toward the 8th. It's the way it's set up. You didn't know where the fucking
basically, y'all.
I didn't know.
I told her the hole. It was like 450 yards. I said, "Hey Jack, this hole is literally a right angle. So you're gonna go up 200 yards and then you're gonna turn right." So Jack launches one for like 200 something yards, and then he's still pointed this way. Like, Jack, you got to go this way. So I don't know what Jack was doing out there. I think he dropped too many beers.
Get to the top of the hill, look over the mountain. I'm like, on the rangefinder, like, where's this damn hill? And Country's like, it's over there. And Country was heading to that side, and I was thinking to myself, why the fuck would Country hit over there if the pin is over there? A couple minutes later, Country looked back. I kept telling you, Jack, that's why I'm hitting over there. The pin is over there. So I had to get myself correct. But I did hit it over the lake too as well.
Yes,
so I felt good about that. So there's these key moments in golf, these highlights that you definitely want to, share. And that's one of them right there. Yeah, I hit it toward the 7th or the 8th hole on the 6th hole. So that won't happen again when I go back out there. But it was a good $60 spent. I can tell you that right now. Nice little workout for yesterday. 65, 67 degrees. So we couldn't beat it. And with this weather getting out, much better now for Atlanta, for you folks out here living in Atlanta. Get out there, enjoy the sun, go to the park, get out there with your family. Don't just sit in the house waiting for Falcons football to start. Like, find some things to do. But Miss Carrie, your shout outs before we go ahead and get up out of here shortly.
Miss Carrie? Yeah. Shout out to you, Jack. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Shout out to you, Jack. Shout out to T Will. Shout out to Big Lo and the croissants.
Croissant.
Yes, croissants. And shout out to everyone in the chat. Hi, Miss Pam. Sorry, I just saw you said hello. Thank you guys all for joining us. I appreciate you all and all your comments. I hope you're all happy and healthy and have a great weekend.
There it is. There it is. Big shout out to Miss Carrie. T Will from ATL Sports, man. I apologize. I know your show starts in like 2 minutes, but we'll get you
T Will has like 3 shows a day now. He's on one.
Yeah, T Will, tell us a little bit about the show the other night with Miss Jennifer, Atlanta United supporter. T Will, I saw you with your United hat, United shirt, United socks. You flipped your whole background and turned into the whole supporter section. What's going on there, Terry? You playing football now? What's going on?
Football. Hey, man, we were talking football the other night. No, it was a great time, man. We had Jennifer Taylor on from, I believe she's on the 5 Sides podcast with Atlanta United, and she was talking everything Atlanta United, gave us a little history of the MLS in Atlanta, the sport, the team, and a little foreshadowing as to what is to come. And I believe myself and Miss Jennifer and Lisa Shepard may have a trio forming, and we may get together like either once a week or once every 2 weeks to discuss Atlanta United. So it was a good show. Jennifer is very knowledgeable. Everybody had a great time, and hey, man, looking forward to doing it again. And thank you for letting me shout out, sir. And again, shout out to, first off, everybody on this panel. Big Lo is not a member of the show, but he's like family. He's like that uncle that comes over all the time, right? So, you know, I mean, we love Big Lo on One Time for the Fan. And Jack, I believe we should give him a sock drawer. I'm just saying, you know, ultimately, I think we should give him a sock drawer. Can we give Big Lo a sock drawer?
I mean, if you depends on what type of uncle he is, you know, because you look outside the door and it's like,
wow,
you're looking through the ring camera like I'm not here. With you in the house.
Wow.
He's like, I see your car in the driveway. What y'all doing? I Ubered today. You Uber to work? You'll never Uber to work. Today. Come on, man. Open the door, man. I'm in the driveway. Man, I just want to talk to you for a second. Nah, man. I'm at work, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
I don't even know how to follow that. Hey, Big Lo.
Don't do him like that.
I'm gonna give you a sock drawer, Big Lo.
Look, I appreciate it, man.
We're gonna give you a sock drawer, Big Lo. Whatever, Jack. No, in all seriousness, man. Big Lo, Carrie, Jack, you guys all supported me, came into that show. You got the one thing I will say about One Time for the Fan is we support each other, and whatever endeavor is going on, we do that. I love that about this show. I love that about everyone on the show, and it starts with Jack. Jack sets that example. Jack wants the best for everybody. Jack encourages everybody, and damn, you know, you can tell a leader by its roots, right? Like, you know, you got a couple of folks that started some shows. You know, Carrie's out here doing her thing. You know, I got a show. You know, I believe Bodie is working on his channel. So hey, man, it all reflects leadership. And I just appreciate that support. With that being said, I'm going to be quick. It's not an Oscar speech tonight, Jack. Real quick. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Eric said it's the mic. Stop it, Eric. But it is funny. It is funny, Eric. Don't ever stop. No.
I just want to joke on Eric right now, but I know he's got something cooked up for me.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he does. You know he does.
You don't want the problems.
Always.
You do not want. You don't want the problems.
Yeah, Eric. You see what he said? You see what he said?
What the hell was I saying?
About Tesla.
Oh my goodness! Hey,
Tesla, and he posted a picture when I was sleeping in the car. I was toe up in Vegas country. I'm talking about lit in Vegas, but DSGB Hall gave me a ride back to the hotel. I was in the back seat, knocked out, bro. This man gonna pull out his phone like this and take a picture. I'm gonna get Jack. Just wait. I'm gonna get him. So every time I've been joking, I'm in his little chat. He'll post a picture like, "What the hell you talking about, Jack? Your ass sleep."
Got him.
So Vegas had me 3:00 in the afternoon. I'm in there joking like this. Knocked out.
Hey, DSGB said, "Ice up, son. Ice up."
Gosh.
Just saying. You stay ready. You don't have to get ready. No, seriously. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for the support. Obviously, you can find me with One Time for the Fan. You can find me on For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you, God, for waking me up. Thank you, Jesus, for being the Lord of my life. Appreciate you. Last but not least, thank you to my brother Eric and Jack Spade for giving me a start in this business. And Big Lo, thank you for coming on my show last week, brother. I appreciate it. And damn it, on my show, you got a whole room, right? You might have a sock drawer here. You got your own room on my show.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
I appreciate that, man.
I'm just saying,
hey, man.
You know what I mean?
It's good to have you all here on the show. He got a drawer. He got a drawer.
Oh, now
he drawer all his tools in here that he left from the other day. And he still got to come back over here and get. Got the hammer, got the nail belt. The power saw. We get the power saw from. We got on that one. That was the rollback one.
Said the serial number gold on it. Where you get that thing from?
Oh wow!
Hey,
He found it.
All these goods from. I was like, damn, Migo, I don't see no truck out here delivering this Coors Light. Where the hell you getting this Coors Light from? Damn, Chevy and Paula don't pull it up. Hop out with the Coors Light. Like, okay, I see what's going on here, Migo.
Oh man, man, nah, look, man, seriously though, for real though, seriously.
Oh man,
I always enjoy doing the show with y'all, man. I know a lot of times I'm going all over the place, or going to these different schools and stuff. But man, look, I enjoy getting on here and chopping it up and laughing with y'all, man. It's always a great time. Thank y'all so much for the invitation.
Hey, that's what it's about. And that's what I told D. Alford the other day too, as well. Of course, D. Alford posted on Twitter. He's looking for a podcast to join and talk some Falcons football. A lot of names are being tossed around and being tagged too as well. And I showed you guys the DM, so I did talk to D. Alford. I talk to D. Alford all the time, so it's like, it's not a problem here. Big shout out to D. Alford, big shout out to his family. And Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It don't matter where you at, where you watch the show, where you listen to the show. Just support the Atlanta Falcons. Just keep it real with yourself and take care of others and take care of the people around you. But at the end of the day, enjoy life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be sitting over here waiting for the Falcons to get back on the field in the fall to start bashing them on social media. And you tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up with a long post to cuss out Terry and Raheem. Go to work. Take care of what you got to take care of. Falcons will do what the Falcons have to do. Big shout out to Krinsman Huntsman. He said he's coming on the Falconholic. Big shout out to D. Alford. I believe he is going on the Falconholic too as well. I have something cooked up for D. Alford. We did talk about it. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it is with the NFL players and how they're going to be working on these podcasts in the offseason. I guess the Falcons might have, hey, you can do this podcast. You can't do this podcast. You're under contract. You're not. I don't know. I do know we're working on something. So big shout out to D. Alford too, by the way. Big shout out to every player on the Atlanta Falcon. But what we talked about tonight is pretty much off-season talk, right? Next week will be a little bit different because we'll be closer to the, the start of like the real NFL offseason where the cap has to be fixed and, a lot more names will be tossed around in free agency. I think Justin Simmons' agent apparently mentioned that he should be testing the market. That was something that I saw too as well. So you might not hear it from the player, but you might hear it behind the scenes too as well. Another thing I wanted to mention, Matthew Judon. Apparently there hasn't been no contract talks with Matthew Judon in the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll see what happens there. But at the end of the day, we're all diehard Atlanta Falcon fans. We're going to stay 100 with our fan base. So Terry, Kountry, Carrie, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan is back on Friday, 9:15-ish. Talk some Falcons football with you all. So grab your breakfast. If you're heading to the gym, if you're sitting in traffic, join us and let's talk Falcons the right way. Carrie, I appreciate you joining us from your yacht. Big Lo Kountry Sports. You can head back to work now. The roof will need to be finished by tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And Terry, Hooters doesn't have a drive-thru. So big shout out to everybody.
Oh, shit.
Love you all. See you all.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, everyone. Rise up. Good night.
Rise up. Good night, everybody.